I respectfully declined to be his wife, and I found out about a year later that he was married with a child. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kemi. So this is a story time about a man that I met in one of my uncle's church, and we got talking. So yeah, there's this man I met in my uncle's church one of the time I went for holidays, and yeah, we got talking because he was also a family friend to my uncle. He's not that young, but he's old enough to settle down. But he was single as at when I knew him. I knew he was single and he was not married because obviously if he was married, my uncle's wife would have told me. I would call him Uncle T. So Uncle T was a really nice man. He was really friendly to the children, to myself. But we didn't talk on higher levels. We just talked on, basics, like on the surface. Yeah. So on the surface, oh, how are you? Hope you are good. Oh, when are you going back home? When next are we going to see you? Are you going to come for holidays again? So those were the kind of conversations that we had. So fast forward to I think 2019, I went to this my uncle's place for my I was in Lagos for my IT. So yes, I went to this my uncle's place as usual, and then we got to know each other more, not on a deeper level. I just got to know about him, about his family, about the kind of work he does. Those were just it. Nothing really deep. So after I left Lagos in 2020, that was Corona year, all of a sudden Uncle T sent me a message. Oh, how are you doing? And I said, I'm fine. Oh, how are you doing too? And he said he was fine. He's way older than me, so I accorded him respect. In fact, I never imagined that we were going to get to any point that Uncle T was going to ask me out. Nah, never did I ever imagine that. So yes, like I said, I respected Uncle T. I had always respected him, and I kept respecting him even until that point. So Uncle T sent me a message and was like, "Oh, I want to talk to you," and all of that. And so I gave him audience. We spoke on the call, and then he said, "God asked me, Abi, God told me that wife and that I want to marry you." He used the name of God, and this is where it got started. And the confusion, I don't want to say confusion, but this is where it all began. Now, I was told initially that I think Uncle T had a relationship before. I don't know, or I think, but it didn't work out. So, like I said, Uncle T is not a young man like that. So, he should be in his maybe mid 30s, like 33, 35, yeah, that kind of age. So, obviously, you would expect that that kind of a person has somebody is looking forward to settling down with. But I don't know the long and short of their story, but it didn't work out. So Uncle T sent me that message, or we got talking rather, and then he said, "Oh, he wants to marriage and all of that." And I told him, respectfully, sir, I am sorry, I am not interested. I don't think I would like to do this because first and foremost, you are a family friend to my uncle. What would my uncle be thinking? I don't legit know the kind of conversation he has had with my uncle prior to that time that he sent me a message. So I just told him, what would my uncle be thinking? Would he be thinking, oh, the time I was at his place, we were having something to do together and all of that? Those were the things, or those were the thoughts in my head at that time, at that moment. So he was like, oh no, it's fine. I've called my sister, that's Uncle T, told me that he has called his elder sister in Ogun State, in one state like that, outside the both states that we were residing, and that his sister had prayed about it, and he said yes, he can go on, that him too he has prayed and all of that. And I said, I'm sorry, I can't, it can't work out. And Uncle T went, I can talk to your uncle about it. As how? Why would you think you should talk to my uncle about you getting married to me, or me getting married to you, or me agreeing to be your wife, after I have point blank told you that I am not interested? It isn't even about the age distance. If it's about the age distance, Uncle T is way older than me, but I don't know this person on a deeper level. So it was just normal for me to refuse immediately. And then I was in a relationship with my husband, and there's no way I would have just told my husband that, oh, I'm not doing anymore because I found someone who was ready to marry me like ASAP, ASAP. So I also told Uncle T that, Uncle T, I have somebody that I am currently in a relationship with, and we've been in a relationship for a while. Now, this person did not offend me, and I cannot just go ahead to tell this person that I am no longer interested in the relationship. Yeah, we look forward to um getting the relationship to the point of marriage, but at that time I was still a student. I think I was in my final year. So, and yeah, my husband was still, he was working already at that time, but I definitely, or I obviously was not ready for marriage at that time. So I told Uncle T that, oh, I have somebody, aside the fact that my uncle knows you. Sorry, guys. So aside the fact that my uncle knows you, I have somebody that I am currently in a serious relationship with. We didn't fight. There's no argument of any sort, and I don't hope that there will be an argument that will make me tell this person I am no longer interested. But Uncle T still insisted that, oh, he wants to do the marriage, and I said I'm sorry, it cannot work and all of that. So after some back and forth, he still insisted in talking or speaking with my uncle so that my uncle can try to convince me, but I refused. I told him point blank I wasn't interested. Then Uncle T said I should go and pray about it. Ah, now, one thing that I found funny or somewhat funny is that I've already told you I don't want to do this. I'm not interested in a marriage. I'm not interested in having anything to do with you aside the normal friendship level that we've had because of the family or because of my uncle's family. And then you still went ahead to tell me, oh, to go and pray about it. And I just told him, okay, I've heard you. I will do that. But before God and man, I didn't pray about it. I didn't do anything because I just knew I didn't have peace about it in my heart that it was going to be. So after some time, Uncle T stopped reaching out to me. He stopped messaging me and all of that. Now, Uncle T got married a few months after that time. What baffles me up till now, or what I don't understand up till now, is if I should think that Uncle T had somebody else he was striking at the point he was striking me. That I don't know. I can't really say, but that is what it looked like. So it's possible that Uncle T had several other people he was striking and was hoping one of them would click, which eventually did. Maybe, I don't know. Now, so when you have other people you are striking, is it right to come and tell somebody that God asks you or God said you should come and tell the person that you people are going to end up together? So that place is still confusing for me because I really do not understand. So yeah, like I said, months later, Uncle T got married. I wasn't aware that Uncle T got married. He didn't tell me. Nobody did. In fact, I didn't even see his pictures or his wedding pictures or anything. Maybe because I don't check people's status on WhatsApp. So after about a year later, after that time, um, my cousin posted Uncle T's pictures with his family. They were celebrating, I think they were doing child dedication or they were doing the child's 1 year birthday. And I was like, how come? I didn't know Uncle T got married. Not to talk of I getting to know when he had a child and now they are celebrating the child's 1 year old birthday. So yeah, Uncle T and I didn't end up together because I didn't want it, but Uncle T found his heartthrob. Like I said, what I still find confusing is if Uncle T was checking me and was checking his wife at that time. So, what do you guys think? I didn't confront him? That is one thing about me. I have let bygone be bygone. I was not even really interested in the whole story. I didn't even want to know how it all started or how we got to the point it got to when I found out. So yeah, I just thought to share this story with you guys. Now, if you are a church brother and you are still part of those brothers that will go and be telling church sisters that God said you are my wife, God said I should marry you. Please, that format has casted a long time ago. You are still sleeping, you are still jonesing. If you love a sister, go straight to the point. Go forward and tell this sister, oh, I love you. I want us to take things to the next level. And be hopeful that that sister will reciprocate your feelings. But you shouldn't go ahead and tell people or sisters or brothers and say God asked you to do this when God did not ask you to do that. A lot of people have fall victim because of this particular statement and they work with the thing that or the information that has been passed to them. So now because Uncle T told me God asked him to tell me what, when he asked me to go and pray about it, because that information has registered into my brain, has registered into my head, that is probably what I would also work with, and I'll say, oh, it's true, let's go ahead. May we not fall victims of the wrong partners in Jesus' name. So that is what I can say. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have a good number of story time coming. My experiences, I am young. Yes, I know I am really young, but I've had a good number of experiences that I would love to share with you guys. Yeah. I'll see you guys in the next one. This video is so unplanned. It is so unplanned, but I am grateful to God that I have filmed it and I'm going to put it out there hopefully today. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.